acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right, didn't do it in time this time. Man, I failed today. All right. It got done. Good morning, everyone. It's time for daily reflection. It's October 13th. And, yeah, what, Tuesday? Wednesday? Okay, it's Wednesday. So, ever since Monday, and I did my whole sleep thing, I've been off a day. So I've just had to remind myself. All right, so I hope everybody's having a good day so far. Good morning, Michael. Good to see you. He's a little bit ahead of me here. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. And cool stuff, man. Here's the link to my petition. I'll do some work on it today too. Petition's going along pretty good. Can I bring where's my big book? Dion forgot his big book. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to wait a second. Sorry. I'm coming back. I keep a few copies around. Morning, Chris. Because I do stuff upstairs, I do stuff downstairs. I almost always need a big book around. So, for referencing and stuff. So, man, whew. I don't move as fast as I used to. So, you guys know me. I always like to talk a little bit about other stuff before we get started. Today, I'm going to be, I was reading with my sponsee yesterday, and I just wanted to read a paragraph out of the 4th edition, or the forward to the 4th edition, from the 4th edition. How about that? While our literature has preserved the integrity of the AA message, there we go. Okay, I can breathe again. Sweeping changes in society as whole are reflected in new customs and practices within the fellowship. Taking advantage of technological advances, for example, AA members with computers can participate in meetings online, sharing with fellow alcoholics across the country or around the world in any meeting, anywhere. AA shares experience, strength, and hope with each other in order to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Modem a modem, or face-to-face, AA speak the language of the heart in all its power and simplicity. Why am I reading? You guys know why I'm reading this, right? Because of Zoom. We called this in 2001. So this is what I'm going to say about it. If you don't like the online meetings and you don't, and you're just against it, then your willingness to go to any length is bullshit. Did I lose anybody? Nope. Good. That everybody's doing it right. Here's the thing. I don't go to meetings for myself. I go to meetings to help newcomers. That's what they are for. If you are not going to a meeting to help a newcomer, don't fucking go. Go do something else then. Get out of our way. You're just not willing. I'm sorry. It says it right there. Not only that, but if you're really truly an example, then you have to be willing to go to those things to be able to help other people. What are your sponsees are following your lead, man? Why would you cut yourself off from something that is so beautiful? It's because we make the mistake of going through this and making the decisions of what we're actually able to keep and that we throw away. And that does just no good, because half measures will value shit. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just like war. What is it good for? Your turn, Chris. I know he's singing it. I hope he is. Now, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be a little callous. I am being a little callous about that. But I've done this. I've been to all sorts of meetings, all sorts of places, in all sorts of ways. And I'll tell you what, I get something from every single one of them. I have people in my meeting that haven't even been to a live meeting. And they got over a year sober. Morning, David. Good to see you. We were waiting for you, David. It's good to see you. Man, I got almost the whole crew here. The only person we're missing is Jackie. So I think she's been pretty busy, but she's been watching them after. And there's another guy I wanted to give a shout out to that's been watches the later ones, Jeff. Thanks for your comments there on Instagram. I appreciate them, dude. Yeah, you guys, you tend to think that I'm not watching you, but I am. I see who comes, and because the thing is you're my family, man. So I watch what's going on. My intentions here are to help other people. That's why I don't ask for money, but let's get back to it, right? So unremitting inventories. I had to look up unremitting. I mean, I kind of knew what it meant, but I needed something more solid, right? It means you don't persistence, never stop. You don't ever stop doing it. Okay. Now I see a good reason to sit down maybe and do fourth and fifth step again. Maybe. But the way I see it is if you're doing your 10th step correctly, you should never have to do the fourth step again. Just my experience, just my opinion. That does not mean that I can't go back and use the fourth and fifth step. That doesn't mean, but I don't have to sit down and write everything down. And I'll give you a great example. I had to make an amends last week. Well, I hadn't fourth and fifth stepped it, and I still felt some resentment. It had been sitting there for a little while. I need to fourth and fifth step it. Nothing else going on. It was just that. So I asked somebody in my group, I'm like, hey, I don't have a sponsor, but I need to talk to somebody about this. And I think I kind of got him off guard because he's got a couple years less than me. And I don't, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I don't fucking care. I don't care how much time you have. I don't. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, dude. I'm going to kind of, I need to hear that every now and then. Dion likes his pats on the back too. Thanks, dude. You're going to make me cry saying that shit. I cry easy. You guys know this. So unremitting, never giving up. So we sat down and I talked to him, and I was actually very proud of myself after, because we talked about it. I talked about, told him what was going on. He said, wow, Dion, you went through the whole list. Okay. And he pointed out, he was able to point out, okay, here's where it hurt you. This is what you said. And he repeated back to me what I said, and it clicked. It clicked that I wasn't looking, that I loved this person, but I wasn't looking for what I liked in them. Okay. I did that, and my amends changed right on around, and I was able to do it the correct way. And that's why you shouldn't stunt yourself. It's why you shouldn't put things off. It's why It's why when we say, hey, you have a chance to go to a meeting and you decide not to go because it's online, that you have just shot yourself in the foot. And what you've told me and everybody else is that you are not willing to go to any length. You want control. You have no control. Even when you're running the meeting, you have no control. I don't. Ran the meeting yesterday. I read from the script, read something out of a big book, called on people. My job is done. I didn't run that meeting. I just read the format. Now it's nice at the end. People are like, thank you, Dion. Thank you, Dion. But it isn't me. It's all of us. I can take credit where credit's due on that. You know. But remember, when people are running those meetings, there's like 3 people running it that you don't know about. It's not easy to be on your phone, talk, let people in, and post, and make sure you're not getting bombed, right? So have some respect for those hosts, not just the chairperson, but those hosts. Thank those people because they are keeping your anonymity. Okay? Those are the people I love because they're in the background doing it and they don't want any credit. They do it because they love helping other people. Period. And when you love helping other people, you meet them where they are at. Yeah, fuck, you ain't getting around this one with me. Huh? All right. It's kind of funny. This is where it actually tore. So, Unremitting Inventories. And it's going to end up on page 84 of the big book if you guys want to open that. That's what I'll be reading here in a second. Might as well just go to page 84 because this is exactly what's in the book. So it's actually a page I do not have memorized. I have a lot of stuff memorized, but that's because I've been hearing this stuff since 1984. You're going to memorize it after a while. So, all right, this thought brings us to step 10. Okay, so this is right after the 9th step promises, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and continue to set right any new mistakes as we go along. Okay. There were times in the beginning of my sobriety, even after my fourth and fifth step, where I would react to my wife, and I still do it. Okay. I'm actually much better at it than I was. It hasn't happened in a while. It's kind of cool. See, when you don't do it anymore, you don't think of it. But I would be real snappy. And it would become less and less. But what I would tell, as soon as it happened, I'd be like, oh, I did not mean for it to come out that way. I apologize. I am aware of it, and I will work on it. Do you have anything you need to say on it? I would let her say what she needed to say, and I would shut my mouth. No excuses. No fucking excuses. I just busted myself. This is good news. This is good stuff. It is progress. And my wife saw that too. So don't beat the fuck out of yourself. Just do it. We vigorously commenced. Here we are, unremitting, vigorously. This way of living as we cleaned up the past. We have entered the world of the spirit. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. This is not an overnight matter. It should continue for a lifetime. Okay. Now, this is something that I do every day. Okay. And if you do this every day, then you will never have to go back and read. It is easy to let up on the spiritual program and rest on your laurels. If you do this every day. Okay. Just like I was telling my sponsee yesterday. I'm like, are you hitting a meeting every day? He's like, well, there were a couple days. I said, no, the rules are 90 meetings in 90 days. Those are the rules. That was one of the rules we set down. Remember? Meeting every day for 90 days. Your wife will understand. So, continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. Why? Because it's going to happen. A lie that you told all of your life is going to come flying out of your mouth at the most worst time ever. I am past 15 minutes. And you're going to have to do something about it. 10th step. You know what's great about the 10th step? It gives you the right to be wrong. You're human. All right? That lie is going to fly out of your mouth, man. And you're going to have to go, no. And you know what people usually do? They laugh along with you. Why? Because we have to laugh at ourselves, man. That's funny shit. The thing is, you busted yourself, you stopped yourself, and then you turned it around. That is what fucking matters. That's what matters. Have you ever worked for someone? Okay, I used to tell, this is how I used to get people when I did sales. I used to tell people, it doesn't matter. Okay, here's the thing. Something is going to happen. Something will go wrong in the process of what it is that we do. Right? What matters is if I do something about it and my reaction to that, right? Isn't that what matters? Well, I have a support team here to do. This is the same thing. The immediate omission of wrong thoughts or actions is a tough task for most human beings. Okay? So if it happened then, take care of it then. You may not realize till later, but then start taking actions to take care of it. But for recovering alcoholics like me, it's difficult because of my propensity toward ego, fear, and pride. That is exactly why we sit down in the morning and ask God to remove all those things. And then during the day, we continue to ask God to remove those things. If you're going to a meeting a day, this shouldn't be a problem. The freedom of the AA program offers me becomes more abundant when, through unremitting inventories of myself, I admit, acknowledge, and accept responsibility for my wrongdoing. It is possible then for me to grow into a deeper and better understanding of humility. My willingness to admit when the fault is mine facilitates the progression of my growth and helps me become more understanding and helpful to others. And that, my friends, is exactly why I did that 9th step, that amends. Because I knew that it would free me and make me a better person for God's children. That's how I get paid. Pay yourself, man. Pretty cool shit. All right. I am like 3 minutes past, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be back tomorrow for a daily reflection. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Peace out and have a day, man. Have a great day.